Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Cruise News. My name is James, and in today's episode, it was an eventful cruise for some people on the P&O Iona, as they had two different incidents happen on their cruise. Disney Cruises is now officially in Australia and New Zealand. They have some cruises that they're going to be sailing out of both of those places. Celebrity Cruises has announced a new special perk for their highest level loyalty members. And Carnival guest is suing the company because he lost a finger. All of these stories are in today's episode of Cruise News. Hey everybody, thanks for checking out the channel. Obviously haven't posted a cruise news or a theme park news video in a little bit of time. What I've decided to do is, since it's kind of hard to get news constantly every day or even every other day, I'd switch it to, I'm going to make this a weekly thing. So on Sundays, each Sunday, basically going to do a just weekend review of cruise news. So it'll be the kind of the weekend cruising. Everything that happened, like I said, that'll be on Sundays. And then on Mondays, I'll be doing my theme park weekend review of all the theme park news and events goings-ons, in the theme park world. And then I'll be, any of like adventures, things going on that we, trips we take and whatnot, just kind of be posted throughout the week sporadically. But as far as the theme park and cruise news is going to be every Sunday. Theme park news is going to be every Monday going forward. So yeah, let's go ahead and get into this week's cruise news. All right, our first news story comes from the P&O Iona. Like I said in the intro, they had a very eventful cruise on one of their cruises. Two incidents happened. The first one happened right on embarkation day. This is before they even left the port. Somebody on one of those ECVs, the mobility scooters, the battery actually caught fire, malfunctioned and caught fire. Sent a whole bunch of smoke going. This actually happened in the atrium of the ship. Caught fire, a bunch of smoke going out, throughout the entire atrium. The atrium had to be evacuated. They were able to, put out the fire of that battery, but like I said, all that had to be evacuated. Got that put out, left the battery behind, obviously, and were able to, get on with the cruise without any real issues. Now, they said that there were no injuries, so obviously whoever was on the scooter luckily did not receive any injuries. And then no guests that said were injured either, or any damage really made to the ship. So that part was kind of lucky, but definitely an interesting way to start off the cruise. And then if that wasn't enough, later on in the cruise, the ship had to be diverted because they got a distress call from another boat. Unfortunately, that boat apparently sank. Somebody did perish on that boat, but they were part of the recovery effort and the kind of the search and rescue for a little bit of time. And then after they were delayed for that for a little bit, they were able to continue on the rest of their cruise, which was, from what I hear, was the other part was uneventful, but definitely interesting cruise. If you happen to be on the P&O Iona for that one, two separate incidents on that cruise. All right, and if you happen to live in Australia and you love the Disney cruises, you are now able to go on one of Disney's cruises. The Disney Wonder is currently now sailing. This will be from Australia and New Zealand from now until the middle of 2024. So not a long period of time, but you do get a few months of it. This is just so far. They may come back. It's probably to see if there's a lot of interest in it. But the Disney Wonder, like I said, going on from now until February 24th. They will have cruises between 2 and 6 nights visiting ports, like I said, in Australia and in New Zealand. So if you happen to be in those areas and you want to check out Disney, you might want to hurry up and book a cruise there, like I said, through through February 2024 for the Disney Wonder in Australia and New Zealand. All right, also coming out of the news, coming out of Disney, their brand new ship, the Disney Treasure, they just announced that there is going to be a new lounge that's going to be part of the new ship based off of the Haunted Mansion. This is going to be called the Haunted Mansion Parlor. That's going to be part of the new Disney Treasure. It's, like I said, it's based off the Haunted Mansion at Disney Parks. It's supposed to be like a spooky atmosphere. They're going to have different drinks with like the smoke and all that kind of stuff. I did see something about secret messages as part of that as well. So basically it's all kind of based off of the Haunted Mansion theme, rides at both Disneyland and Disney World. So yeah, if you happen to be going on the Disney Treasure and you dropped a couple dollars for that one, there will be that new lounge called the Haunted Mansion Parlor coming to the Disney Treasure. All right, and if you happen to be a fan of celebrity cruises and you're at that upper tier, you've been on plenty of celebrity cruises, and you're part of the loyalty program, the Captain's Club, there is a new feature for the highest members. This will take place starting in January 2024, beginning of next year. And it will basically be a dedicated space, lounge, bar. It'll be different, I guess, depending on which ship you happen to go on. For a new elite cocktail hour. Like I said, this is only for the top tier guests. It will be available to people who are at the Elite Plus, and the Zenith tier of the Captain's Club. Basically, just like I said, just kind of get your own kind of dedicated area for an elite cocktail hour. The description basically said you can, kind of rub elbows with the other people who've cruised a whole ton of times on Celebrity. But yeah, so that will be available, like I said, to Elite Plus, and Zenith members starting January 2024. And this will only be on cruises that are over 5 nights. So any of the short cruises not available, but anything over 5 nights, that special perk will be available through Celebrity. All right, and another story coming from Carnival. This is called the Don't Get Your Finger Stuck in the Door story. There is a guest that apparently was on the Carnival Horizon. This took place on September of 2022, so just a little over a year ago. Apparently he was on the Carnival Horizon, had a balcony room, and he had his fingers in the door for some reason, and the door, I guess, slammed shut, and it's crushed one of his fingers. That finger did have to be amputated, and now he is suing Carnival because of this. His name is William Tuttle. Like I said, he's suing the ship because of this missing finger. Basically, the lawyers were saying there were, not enough precautions were taken by the cruise line and whatnot. Now, I've never heard of anybody losing a finger and a door on a Carnival ship, so I don't know how many precautions were really needed if it's only happened one time. But yeah, I know those doors can slam shut, especially if you have that door open and the main door, like to get into your cabin. Now, I know most ships have something to the, signage on there that basically says you shouldn't do that because, there's just wind flow. There's only so much you can do about that. But yeah, he did lose a finger, which sucks. And he is now suing Carnival for that missing finger. All right, everybody, that is going to do it for another episode. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you like this format a little bit better, just a weekly recap of all the cruise news events. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please think about hitting that subscribe button. I post cruise news videos, theme park news videos, and then vlogging all of our adventures around town and around the country. So make sure you subscribe, hit that like button if you enjoyed this video. And like I said, leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you enjoyed this format of weekly cruise news. And as always, everybody, thanks so much for watching. I will see y'all in the next video.